And your Starfleet is running behind. So, welcome everyone. Let's see who our guests are tonight, even though I know you, I'm going to be all official here. We have here Rear Admiral Jess Single. Do you want to be Jess or Jessie, or what do you want to be tonight?
Jessie. I'll be Jess.
Okay. All right. So she's the VRC of Region 6 and the Chief of Staff on the USS Imperium. Next, and I still have him muted. Next, we have Admiral David Nottage. He is the Regional Coordinator, Region 4, CO of the USS Golden Gate.
Hello, hello.
And next, coming in from his sick leave, our Corona celebrity, Rear Admiral Ryan Case. He's the Regional Coordinator for Region 2, CO of the USS Haise. And then you have Carol Thompson. She is Admiral Carol Thompson, Administrative Advisor for Educational Services. She's a Girl Friday for the Academy, and she's got her finger in just about every pie in Starfleet, it seems. She's so busy. And she's also a crew person on the Atlantis in Region 10. And then last but not least is Admiral Mike Stein. He's the Region 7 Chief Financial Officer. Yay, Region 7. He's the 7th Brigade Chief Financial Officer and the 3rd CO, he told me tonight, of the USS Justice. So welcome, everyone. And let the questionings begin. Who's got a question for us?
Of note, I'm the 4th CO of the USS Haise, if that matters.
Are you?
Yeah. It was Bethany created it. Lucy Frank was our 2nd. John Yoverton was the 3rd, and I'm the 4th.
How long's it been around?
We've reached our 25, so I believe 26 years. We started in 1994, I believe, was our commissioning.
We were in a Region 2 ship. It's when we started the Dauntless there.
Oh, okay.
Back in, 2004, I think.
I was at least in college by that point.
Yeah, I know, I'm old. But then we turned it over to Owen, who's, the Region 8 RC. He was one of our plank holders. Tony Nope said, someone wake up David. He's had a rough day, Tony.
I'm awake. Don't worry. I'm here.
Okay, we have a question for you, Ryan. I'll put it up there on the screen.
That's a good question. 1 second. Let me pull up that info, Mary.
It's in March. I know that.
Yeah, I believe it's the week before I see. Let's see. Submit planning documents. Here we go. Let me see if I can read these. These are all handwritten. It is March 6th of 2021. We just so you know, in case you care, we are doing it at the Orlando Science Center, and we are doing it for 1 day. One, because the Orlando Science Center is cutting us a deal if we just take up the 1 day. We are planning some activities on Friday and Sunday, but the official summit will just be on that Saturday.
It looked interesting.
Yeah, I'm hoping, like, when we planned this back in January of 2020, when the process kind of started rolling, we never thought that, COVID was coming for one. Two, and like when stuff started falling apart in March and April, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be, just a couple months, we'll be back to normal. And so we'll see how things are going. But I mean, it's in Florida. They're not going to cancel anything. So.
Okay, David, there's a question for you. Do you want me to read
Yeah,
it for
I see
you?
that. Hey, Justin. Currently, there's no plan to have a face-to-face summit. We had our CEO kind of meeting, and honestly, until this COVID thing is done and people are actually getting vaccinated, I can't condone getting a face-to-face group together.
Frankly, I'm right there with you. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of if it needs to be canceled, how, and not to just take a complete and total just screwing over it.
Right.
Because all the deposits have been made, so we'll see.
Okay, Jeff Stucker has questions. Where's Steve? Steve is having computer issues and should be here directly. What's the status of the database? I can't say. So can one of you RCs or BRCs chime in on that? Know any news?
1 second.
I
can tell you what I know, but it's not a lot.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Just 1 second.
I know there is a database. It exists.
Yeah,
it exists. Feel free to use it.
Yeah, the database exists, just like Jess said, and it's in preliminary debugging and testing, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, and like I said, not to get too deep in the weeds on it, but I can say that like things looked grim for a brief moment, and within 24 hours, Tony and Steve had that completely turned around. I am 100% honest when I say I have no clue what actually happened behind the scenes on that, but we were getting a lot of bad news, and like a lot of the RCs, like we became pretty perturbed pretty quickly, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, this got fixed. We're actually moving it through, I guess, beta testing now. So hopefully we'll have something to look at soon. So that'll be nice.
I see there's a question too. Can you have Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday? Yes, that's called leftovers.
Taco leftover Tuesday.
I can have tacos.
You want out, puppy dog? All right, 1 second. Dog's whining. Okay.
I love seeing everybody's pets.
Mine won't come.
Mine's over there.
My dog's sleeping.
My Delta Shield's not straight.
It's true. If you have a pet and your pet is not registered with Pet Fleet, please do that, because it's so much fun to brag on your pet shamelessly.
And how do I register my pet for Pet Fleet?
Well, you look it up on Facebook and you contact the person in charge. I think that's how I did it.
Is it still $1 a year or something for that?
No, they didn't charge me anything.
No, I thought it was $1 or something a year.
Maybe they quit because somebody probably complained about that $1.
Oh yeah, because it used to be $1, as I recall. That's what it was. Maybe they changed it to free now. I guess I don't know. It was been a while.
Free for a long
You get a
time.
certificate suitable for framing with your pet name on it, and they get a registry number. So I did it with Finn, and
I'll ask my dog if he's interested.
well, it's a way that you can brag on your pet shamelessly and nobody judges you. So let's see. Any more questions coming up?
I got two things, Kim, that everybody can see. It was on our ship's agenda, and everybody can see this worldwide. There's a GalaxyCon live event. Go to galaxycon.com, and there's a live event with William Shatner this Saturday at noon. So
Oh.
anybody can go on, log in, register, and see him live. Free show for 1 hour. Starts noon Eastern Standard Time, October 3rd. So that anybody who has an internet can go see him live. He's going to be on, like I said, galaxycon.com.
Awesome. I love that we're kind of adapting to the pandemic by doing things online and digitally. So
yeah, GalaxyCon has a lot of events. They did Next Gen, DS9, a few different other sci-fi shows, a lot of sci-fi shows, and they're doing a good amount of Star Trek as well. They had the cast from the Next Gen on a couple of times, DS9 as well.
Was it noon Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Standard Time is
Okay.
noon. Noon.
I've never done one of these little tickers before. Let's see if I can do it. Well, yes, I did it. Yeah.
woohoo!
Okay.
I get spoiled by Steve because he
There
just
you go.
does it.
Very good.
Now you want to add Pet Fleet in there too.
Yeah. Somebody get me the address for that. It's on Facebook though, right?
Yeah.
That's where people do their stuff. The Region 1 website.
It's facebook.com/groups/petfleet.
Awesome.
Oh.
I am not a fan of the new format. I just figured out how to switch it back. Otherwise, I'd live with it on my phone. And okay, don't judge me, but I've got the TARDIS on my phone, okay?
Yeah.
I can't believe they let you change it back. Because they said no one can do that.
I got Star Trek on mine.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I would give anything to get off of whatever this garbage formatting Facebook has started using. It is terrible.
You go back, it's only temporary though.
Not so good on my regular laptop.
I can't find anything.
I'm on a 4K screen, and the news feed running down the center leaves tons of white space. And I'm one of the editors for our newsletter, and I can't, like, white space bothers the crap out of me. Like, use all available space, please. There you go.
Thank you, David. What was it? I miss you too. If I'm the Kim you're talking to, so I guess. I swear I was just going to say something that just went whoop right out of my head. Oh well. Any more questions? Oh, it was Maria. Maria, you should have got a certificate. So ask on the Facebook group. Say, where's my certificate? All right. More questions? Oh, a Doctor Who tomorrow. I never could get into Doctor Who.
Yeah, that takes a little. New York City Comic Con, that's right. That's coming up.
I wish I could go to something. Yeah, next month we're going to have Wayne Augustin. I know Russell teases me because I still use paper. There's the AMA International coming up next month. It's going to be featuring Australia. That's going to be interesting. And like I was telling them earlier, I did not know Australia had 3 time zones. So trying to juggle the logistics. But for the U.S. edition, we're going to have T.J. Allen, Maria, and Stephen Stott, and Wayne Augustin. And we were going to have Anthony Leopard, but he's quitting SFI, so he said he couldn't be on it. So
that's a shame.
It is a shame. I hate to see anybody leave. But Wayne.
I was going to ask about another organization, but I will hold off.
What? If Steve won't kill you.
No, I just don't choose to drive traffic to things that I don't agree with.
Oh.
That's good.
There's good. Linda Klimpkin.
Hey, Linda.
Linda.
Gosh, I haven't
shout out. I saw somebody in South Dakota say hi earlier.
Last time I saw Linda and David was at the Region 6 Summit. And gosh, when was that? 2004?
Is it the last time you saw Linda?
Yeah, Linda and David. I went to the Region 6 Summit and flew to Minnesota, then drove over to Wisconsin.
Last time I saw her was when we had the IC up there.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a lot of fun. They did a great job with the ice.
That was great. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yes,
That's where I
pandemic
got my
free.
promotion.
I haven't been to an IC in years.
A few years. Yeah.
Surely you went to the one this year, right, Kim?
No. Oh yeah, I did. It was online.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it did pretty good considering how quickly it was thrown together.
I mean, aside from all the graffiti there for a few minutes.
That was great.
Oh man, I was sitting there. I was like, "Somebody let the link out."
Yeah.
I have a question about something. Let me turn that ticker off now. Have they caught the person who stole the money out of the bank account?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
I
How
thought
you
that
doing?
They've gotten it
they
corrected.
did.
I just don't think they figured out who did it.
Oh, probably
Wouldn't you
some
like
kid.
to just
They got the money
slap 'em?
back.
Well, that's the thing. Is like it very well could just be nobody associated with the organization. It could have just been some thing that happened. Problem is the way our organization is set up, it's a hassle every time they have to do it, and they've had to do it twice in 3 months, 6 months. I don't know. Time is
No,
weird right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
but
the
yeah,
too soon.
missing a Bankabolian.
I mean, because Steve hadn't been able to send the awards out because they couldn't use the credit card to pay for them.
nice.
Did that whole thing resolved with the bank account? Has that been, or is that still in process? They were to reopen another bank account or something?
That's what they're in the process of trying to do.
Oh,
right now.
That's what they're still doing. Okay.
Yeah, because the
Oh,
thing
I thought it was-
is they can't get access to the existing money to do the new thing. Like they have the new thing ready for when this frees up,
Right,
but
okay.
this has gotten like hard frozen. And like I said,
Okay,
the way
okay.
it got hit, the way it got attacked, and the way our organization is set up, it takes a lot of signatures and a lot of moving parts that take a minute. So
Okay. Wow.
Because I want our award.
Hmm.
Because Yorktown won an award. I'm rather proud, but okay, I was very proud, but still.
Hmm. I would love to be able to go see my award. It's sitting on my desk at my office. I haven't seen that thing in months.
What's an office?
What's an office?
Remember places, guys? Remember things? Remember events? Wasn't that nice?
I remember the 2018 IC. I was up there. Was it in St. Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about a minute ago. That was so great.
I was there, yeah. And I stayed with my family, my first cousin Irving, and he lives 20 minutes away from there. So I was able to see him. I haven't seen him in like 15, 18 years or so about. That was and the theme there was family reunion, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I did.
And it
Actually,
was a great
hold on.
step
Actually,
forward
Linda,
with
I
it.
think if Linda's still here, she'll love this. Hold on. Stuck on my little thing right here.
There's a question for you, Jess.
I'm knitting a blanket. I have been knitting a lot the pandemic so that I don't kill people.
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
When I did it,
I
I
got
see what.
I have my magnet. It's downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
I
stuck on my
made it.
cabinet over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not a pattern I created, but I can share it.
I have
Someday,
a I have a
I can-
crochet from
2030,
2010.
we'll get to see each other again in person, right? Eventually.
One would think.
Eventually.
Yeah, once
I mean,
everybody starts wearing their masks.
I don't know about you guys. Dr. McCoy would have fixed this by now, right?
Right?
Him and Spock would have had some fight, and then they would have come out.
Well, what he
I've
would have
got a
done is
mug from
injected
that same
himself.
series.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't have
Mine
any
has
of those.
coffee in it.
Actually, mine has screws in it because I had to fix. This used to be our youngest son's room, and now it's my Trek game room, Trek and game room. So I had to do some repairs and.
That's all I got. Mine's not quite the same.
Is that a board cup?
Yeah, it's a Borg
Maybe
coffee
they
mug.
get assimilated.
When Morgan, my oldest daughter, was, I don't know, she was 4 or 5. Remember the little tiny micro machines of the Star Trek set?
Oh yeah.
She had Matthew's Borg cube, and she had her Barbie, and the Barbie was running, and she's going, "Help! There's a block after me." She didn't know what Borg was. It's so cute. Now she does. She's like, Mom, trick. She likes that Lower Decks.
Lower Decks is so good.
Yeah, Lower Decks is great.
I've only seen the first episode, but I laughed really hard at it.
My thing is like from moment to moment, like it's not like a high pitched comedy where it's trying to get you the whole time. It's just like little bits, kind of teased to you. It's such a letter to the fans of like, hey, remember this? And like, but it's not in your face. It's really subtle. I'm really enjoying it.
It goes really fast. Trek room, David. My room. It's like yours. The attic room.
Trek. Trek. Trek.
Accent. Sorry. Okay, David asked, "Has everyone registered for IC 2021?"
Not yet. Planning to.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I need a job. Sorry, job hunting.
I need COVID to go away before I.
That too.
Right.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Gainful employment. Goodbye,
Linda,
COVID.
Sorry, Linda, out there.
I think it looks very good.
What looks good?
The summit. I mean, the IC website looks like it could be a lot of fun. I love the 20s, and
what's the date of that?
It's in June.
In June?
I know it's a month after the Region 1 Summit, which is in May, so it's cutting it kind of close. But if the virus is gone by then, it's safe, I'm going to try to swing both.
No. We'll see if when the vaccines come out.
Yeah. I'll volunteer for it.
Yes, June 18th through the 20th.
Yeah, that's the key.
Thank you, Tiffany.
The key to a lot of things right now.
Well, that's okay, Ryan. I understand you're going to be donating all your plasma.
Yeah. Let me tell you. I got that IB positive blood. IB positive, they ain't taking it.
Oh, positive?
Aaron, it is in Tallahassee. So it's right there, like on practically the panhandle of Florida.
Yeah, it's right where I-4 turns south, basically.
And my mother-in-law lives in Jacksonville, so I'm trying to work it so we could go there, then go see her, and then go to the World of Harry Potter.
That's our plan for the Region Summit, if it happens, is that Sunday we were all going to go to downtown Disney and go eat and stuff. Again,
we went to
Disney. Up in the
Disney.
air right now.
We went to Disney on our honeymoon.
Yeah, it's great. And that doesn't actually take into account they never brought back the college program. So like those are like employees, not the Nothing Burger employees that they have.
Right.
Well, I'm deep in the heart of Minnesota. The closest I get to Disney is clicking on the Disney Channel.
I heard that.
Has it snowed there yet, Jess?
Don't say the S word. Jeez,
Has it snowed there yet?
It's cold there, though.
Look, when you told me that part of it froze, that you could use the river there as a road to get into Canada, that just blew my mind.
Well,
truckers.
Anybody read the Little House on the Prairie books?
Oh,
Mississippi used to freeze over, but you see, in my hometown of Monticello, there's a nuclear power plant there now, and they're using that to cool the turbines, and all that warm water, it don't freeze no more. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, and they say growing up next to a nuclear power plant that could really affect your ability to make a decision. I don't know. They could be right.
Well, those windmills, if you're around those, they cause cancer.
What you say? Windmills cause cancer? What?
Yeah. That was the conspiracy theory going around.
No, it has not snowed yet,
Wind
but it will eventually. And
no, you misunderstand. What it does is actually slow down the wind.
And they're saying that because we're in a La Nina weather cycle, that we're going to get slammed by snow. And
can you send some my way?
I mean, right now, it's like, thanks, pandemic, we're all working from home anyway. So my getting my kids up to school in the morning is now just wake up and turn on your iPad rather than, the hour running through the house screaming, shoving food in their faces, finding clothes.
Did you see what Jeff said? Or Mike said the river's glowing, and Jeff said solar power's using up the sunlight. I would like to convert to solar power some.
Very much.
When
if
we
you
live,
send some of that snow down here, that'd be much appreciated.
I'll stuff it in an envelope for you.
I'll
Please
trade
do.
you smoke for snow.
Oh my God. Guys, poor California, poor West Coast, man. You guys gotta just like quit smoking.
Yeah, you'd have to tell the 60% of the federal lands that are burned that need to be raked.
Well, you know, if you go to Amazon, they've got those cool like big paw rakes. You just like go out there and scoop it all up.
Yeah, well, let the federal government take care of it. No problem.
Well, I did
Just money,
hear
David. It's just money. Don't worry.
at the I don't want to sound political, but this is something because I hadn't taken American government since college, but they were saying some people were saying that California should take care of their own fires and stuff, and somebody pointed out that most of that was on federal land, so it wasn't their responsibility. And I thought,
right,
that's what they
Yeah.
were saying.
my point.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
60% of where the fires are and what's burned is federal property.
That's terrifying.
And all about a big old gender reveal party. And, you know, I don't like to think of myself as that old, but for me, the gender reveal party, that was called the birth.
Right?
Birth.
You really had to hire a pyrotechnic in a forest.
Why didn't they just put balloons or, you know, have the cake? Or when Matthew was born, we gave out almond joys because they were blue. And Morgan, we gave out mounds.
My dad gave out cigars.
Oh, we don't smoke.
And
I love coconut. When I was a kid, they had little bubblegum cigars.
You gave out almond joys because they were blue?
We had blue for a boy, and they had nuts. And then mounds
has nuts. Mounds doesn't. Didn't you guys watch that commercial when you were kids? Come on.
Yeah.
They must be younger. I know I'm the oldest one here.
No.
Again,
I got it. She just said because they were blue, but I was like,
well, they worked out that they were blue.
The package is blue.
It worked out, and the mounds aren't pink, but red. Pink comes from red, so you know.
Yeah.
On another subject, I want to do a little PSA for all you women old enough, or you people that have a female in your life. Encourage them to get. How'd you know? Don't take my thunder.
I was taking a shot in the dark. I was right. Nice.
Well, no, because I've had them since I was 45. I had one come back bad. The very first one I ever had. A mammogram.
Oh.
I had it done, and they called me that afternoon and said, "You need to come back. We saw a spot," and
nothing makes your heart pound fast than hearing.
I know. I said a spot. She said it's 11 millimeters. I thought, I don't know metric, so I'm looking at it. Thompson to be about like a marble. So I'm like going, I don't feel anything. So for 3 weeks, I was very tense, and then they did another one, and it was just a shadow because it's just some tissue might have folded over due to my age, you know, because, you know, your flesh isn't as taut.
Gravity is the harsh mistress.
Yes, it is. It's not our friend.
No.
So
3 weeks ahead, you're worried.
It did. It had me very worried. And my cousin, I have a first cousin. She's the only left-hander in our family besides me, and she had it. She got to go to Hawaii. So I told Tom, I said, I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to the world of Harry Potter, and there's this lamp at Todd's store that I want. So I don't get the lamp or get to go to anything. So, but yes, they are important. And people that complain that it's painful or it's not necessary, it is necessary. Get your mammogram. Okay, questions. Yeah, I thought about
universal health care. Oh, yes, for everybody.
What?
Is this
I don't see the question.
Online here?
And we can all get all our parts checked and be healthy and just awesome.
An ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure.
Kim, is Steve still trying to get online or what? Or
let me try calling him again.
Okay, just wondered.
No, that's fine. I was so caught up listening to you all and thinking so.
It'd be nice to have him on board too. You know.
Yeah, so he can come on and
fuss. It's the AMA.
Yes, some people do have problems, Tiffany, and I'm sorry about your mom. Status of the scholarship program.
Are we not able to see all the questions somehow?
Yeah, I don't see the questions. There it is. Okay.
Oh, hello, sir. We were just checking on your status.
I think my internet is having a tiny panic attack.
Okay, status of the scholarship program. I don't know, but I'd like to know because I have a crew member that applied for it.
I see a question, status of scholarship program.
Yeah.
Anybody know?
I don't.
There is a scholarship program. It exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that I give to it every time I re-up. Like every time I re-up my membership, I drop a couple dollars in there. So
they uploaded the FSU today. If you read that, then you'll learn about how much money's in the scholarship program. It doesn't give you any dates, but it does go through all the bank accounts. You know, it's in Linda's section at the end of the.
But we don't know
FSU.
who won them, who was awarded them. One of my
No,
crew
that
applied for.
that was not in the FSU. Of course, the FSU I think is a little bit behind.
Yeah.
The news. So.
Okay, Maria has a question. Who do you hope to see in future episodes in Lower Decks?
Wesley Crusher as the Traveler.
Yeah.
I want to see that so bad. I just want them to bring Will Wheaton on and let him voice some characters.
Yeah.
No.
I want to see Counselor Troy. I mean, see what she's up to. Back. That would be interesting.
I'd like to see Worf.
Huh?
Worf would be nice.
Worf. Counselor Troy.
Miles and Keiko, that'd be good.
I think in timeline, Troy would be pregnant with their first kid at this point, right?
Probably. It's been so long since I read the
Titan
book.
is right after Nemesis ends, which is between Nemesis and Picard.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
Does that mean Molly O'Brien would be old enough to actually be a part of the crew? That'd be a hoot.
Hold on, let me think. Maybe she'd be right on the edge. I think she'd be slightly too young, but I mean, in the next season or two, she'd probably be ready.
Where is the most out of the way place Starfleet has a chapter?
We got one in Jackson, Mississippi.
We have in Australia. You said, do we have any in New Zealand? I think we do. Yeah, we do.
Don't we have any in South Africa? I thought we had a member in South Africa.
Actually, there's 3 in South Africa.
Do North Dakota and South Dakota count? Because we have chapters there.
Yeah, but that's not way out of the way.
What about Alaska?
We're talking out in the middle of the ocean there.
We have one in China.
We have one in Alaska, though?
Yeah, Carol.
We still have one in China.
Oh.
Let's see if I got a message. No, that's something I can't say. Oh. I had somebody ask a question. No, we're not going to put that on there. Okay.
Now I want to know what that was.
Yeah, what was that? Can't tell. Can you edit it?
Can you private message it?
Yeah, can you just edit it?
I'll put it in our private chat.
Can you reword it?
No.
No? Okay. Oh.
It's
well,
just
I could always ask a Star Trek inflammatory question. Who's your favorite Star Trek captain, and why is it Ben Sisko? Okay, he gets to punch Q. Go.
Yeah. I told him that too. I said I really was proud of him when he did that. Punched Q across the room. He just smiled at me.
First captain we ever got to see without the rank. Commanding officer without the rank of captain.
Well, he became captain.
Mm-hmm. And, not to spoiler it for anybody that might not have seen Deep Space Nine yet, but I think the reason that Q didn't really give it to him is because he sensed, oh, wait, we've got these, my cousins, the wormhole aliens. I better not mess with them too much.
I like different shows for different reasons, like different parts of different stages of my life, but I don't have a favorite captain.
Oh my God.
My favorite captain is Picard by a mile. Cisco is the distant second, but Picard is awesome.
If I had to go out on a date with one, it would probably be Archer or Cisco, first choice.
Yeah, I'd want to go with Bones, medical man. You'd know he's good with his hands. Come on.
Oh, he's my favorite original series character.
I feel like Riker would be a very attentive lover.
Yes. I don't know. You'd have to ask Jeannie that question.
Where did that come from?
Michael said he just checked in the database and he's no longer the CEO of his own chapter. Was there a coup?
Nah, it's more likely the database is crap.
Did you expire?
No,
did you
probably
expire?
he didn't
Have you
take his
taken
DPP.
Yeah.
That's not the cutoff date's not yet though.
No, but it's probably starting to roll out. And
Maybe the database is corrupted data.
What is the cutoff date for that?
October 19th.
19th, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
changing it.
Region 2.
Boston,
Take your
if
damn
it's like me, I got to get out there and take it. I'm sorry, I haven't done it yet.
Take your test.
Jesse!
Well, yes, and I will, but I'm sorry. The real world has eaten my brain. Distance learning with 2 special needs kids and being unemployed.
You're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. And you had
I see
flooding.
how much time you got. I see that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I want to buy all the teachers like just extra coffee and bottles of wine.
I have, Eric, and those are hilarious.
Yeah,
Yes, I have
Eric,
too.
those are really cool. Would you like your tomato?
My favorite Patrick Stewart commercials are those cider commercials or whatever. I can't even remember the brand name. Shoot. Hold on. What was the brand name of those? Strongbow. Strongbow commercials. If you haven't watched those, watch them. They are so funny. Kim, did you see my message in the chat?
Yes. And yes.
Good Lord.
Oh.
And they're a member.
Mm-hmm.
I would ship that to stock so damn fast.
You bet. You bet. 100%.
I am not okay with that.
Yeah, I'm not either. That's very inappropriate.
Right. That's like, well, my thing was, is this somebody that you joke like that regularly? No.
No.
Send that off.
No.
Shoot you a screenshot and send it to your inspector general, please.
I just might do that.
I've already done it twice for my region. They don't even know they've been investigated yet, but it's coming. I am for everybody that's never met me, and David too. There we go. Cameras flipped, mirrored. No nonsense. You mess up, I am not dealing with you. Especially with that kind of gross nonsense. Not dealing with you. Hey, Steve figured out how to use the phone. Glad you could join us finally.
There you go.
Oh my God, we got a CS.
Wow.
Well, this is what happens when you come home and my computer crashes.
Oh, no. Guess it's time to get a Mac.
This is why they pay you the medium dollars.
Oh, wow. Got a lot of computers.
I got somebody wanting to come in that's not connected. I don't know who that is.
It's probably his cell phone.
So, the SFDPP, I thought the AB voted to the 31st of October to get it done.
It might.
No.
I thought it was the 19th.
It's the 19th.
Okay, because everything I have says the 31st.
No.
90 days.
90 days from when we voted it in, and it's the 19th.
Are you scratching your head with a fork?
Yeah, Steve, I wonder why you kept changing the date on that.
That's a dingle hopper.
So one more time for the cheap seats for those of us that have had real life eat our head. People that need
You got 3 weeks.
People that need to take this are RCs, VRCs, and any chapter COs. Is that right?
And
And
exos.
Anybody,
And
anybody that
COs
has
and exos.
members,
Let Steve talk.
anybody that has anything above a base, don't you? Damn it! I wish I hate that I ain't got admin access right now. Anybody that has anything more than basic member level package.
Yeah. If they have access to see membership data on the database, they have to take the exams.
And
Okay,
if they
and this is
don't
where you
take
go like
the
this.
exams,
So we all get on it, right?
Well, that's the thing. Is like if they don't take those exams, they are removed from those positions.
Yeah. I keep the tracker. I know everybody in fleet who has taken their DPP.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Steve, now that you're here, I'm going to slide
No.
on down. What?
You can stay right there where you're at.
Okay.
Hello, Steve.
So, do we have any questions? Because I can't see crap. Just saying. Oh wow. What happened to
Not
my
at
thing?
not at this exact moment.
Somebody asked about the scholarship program. What's the status on that?
Just,
Yeah, too much.
none of us really knew, so maybe you can answer.
Have they been awarded yet?
No, they haven't been awarded yet because we've been having nothing but email problems, and the scholarship director has been emailing our vanity accounts, and we're not getting it, so we're working on it.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question. I saw on one of the Facebook groups that if people are trying to email the help desk, they shouldn't do it with a Yahoo email address. Is that correct?
Yahoo, Hotmail, and AOL does not work with our system.
Verizon.
Okay, so if that's the only email that people have access to,
then they should get a Gmail.
Yeah, there's
Gmail.
nothing we can do. We've tried to get AOL and Yahoo and Hotmail to unblock us. We've tried for years. Tony Knox have tried, Michael Garcia's tried, and there's nothing that we can do.
They can't handle the amount of traffic we've got, for one thing, and two, it flags as a spam. So.
Yeah, I mean, the volume that comes through our email list, on some days, like our AB list, just as a prime example, it'll hit a whole bunch and it'll trigger the spam filter.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Here's my boss.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go back down here. I'm doing work, so.
I just wanted everybody to see where he put Kim's boss on there.
Kim's boss.
I mean, I live on my Gmail and my Google. I know Skynet knows where I am at all time of the day. Darn it.
Well, those of us that are working a lot in Academy can get 100 emails a day, and that's in addition to being on Messenger with 5 different rooms that you're talking, like with certain groups, like your command group and your. And so
what Tony just said is along the same lines of it is like you've got people in the organization, people that have left the organization that just happen to still be getting various emails. They mark it manually as spam, so that's triggering it even further into the calibration. So
yeah,
Steve, there's one for you.
What is the stuff we can use?
I'm gonna have to go dig out my stupid thing, aren't I?
Now, I don't know, guys. I've lost every piece of document I had. Oh, here's something for the AB people. You guys will love this. All the recordings we had, guess what? They're gone.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, everything. All the audio recordings we had from the AB meetings, they were stored on this desktop. They're gone.
You didn't have them on the cloud?
I don't have a cloud yet. I was working on it. And that's what I was going to do tonight. And guess what? I turned the computer on. It's gone.
Yeah, he had a total master boot record corruption to the point where it wouldn't even allow new data to be input on the drive.
Oh my God.
And
I thought you said master boot.
And Russell, what you were having me do, I don't think this is going to fix it. Just saying.
That looks awesome, Jess.
That's the Delta Shield? That's that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
No, Alvin's talking about the command star from the latest awards that were given out.
Okay, so I'll answer that. So the actual medal, as it stands, just to give it an impression, so people understand this, the medal that I've made is being given to those who have been given it posthumously. I cannot afford to send it to every single person. They cost about $40-something a piece, and over 40 have been awarded. Simple math.
It's
I
just
don't
money.
think the organization wants to incur that cost for a vanity medal. So I'm doing the cost on my own side for the posthumous award. The posthumous award looks like this. And actually, Kimmy, if you want to put me up max, I'll put it up on the main screen.
Okay,
That's
sure.
gorgeous.
Just you know how to do that?
Wow.
I'm going to
That
try.
is beautiful.
Oop, wrong person.
Hey, Carol.
Just I can't get to my mouse.
I can't do it.
Yeah, you can. You have to do it down on the bottom.
Oh.
Solo
There
layout.
you go.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Woo!
That's beautiful. That's
Very nice.
beautiful.
So,
Nope.
so
Leave
if
it,
we
Kim.
want
It's
one,
good.
can we buy one?
So here's the thing. That's just the incurred cost. So the other problem I run into is I'm making them on my own time. And it takes about 30 or so minutes to do each one. In like, just as an example, right now, I have so much ridiculous things on my plate. I really,
And that's
my
partly
thought
my fault.
is for the, there's more than that, but, what it comes down to, it's the reason why we're not giving it directly as everyone is simply the money. The organization can't afford to have these made. As far as if somebody wants to buy one, I'm more than open to giving them the a tutorial on like what they need to do to make one and the sourcing, because like everything has been sourced. So the medallion and the top piece here are actually made by a guy on Etsy. The ribbon is sourced on Amazon. You can buy it in whatever. I can also cut from what I have. I have like 5 yards of it. And you use about this much to make a medal. So I have plenty to make whatever. The only issue is I don't want to say, okay, we're going to allow it to be made and then go through and then, because the other thing I was going to mention is we have an awards committee that's going to be talking about the Command Star. As far as the Command Star for what people are going to be receiving. Like Starfleet Marines, we're talking about an award, physical awards for the fleet awards, etc. And that's just getting ramped up right now. We just started setting the committee. So once that's set in stone and we know exactly what we're going to do with the Command Star, as far as like, is it going to have a ribbon bar? Is there a better price option available for the Command Star for the standard Command Star? As far as the medallion design, I've already contacted a company called Graco, and they can make that. They said it's no issue. They can stamp it and make a die and stamp it because these are actually resin. But so, I mean, it's something that we may be able to get made for the fleet on an per order basis. So if you wanted to order them, you could order them through the quartermaster if you've earned them, basically. For the time being that it's kind of up in the air as far as what the award will look like as far as past the posthumous award, because that's going to come down to the committee. It has representatives from Starfleet Marine Corps, from MACO, from Medical, from the fleet itself. It's basically going to be a rather large committee. Once it's set in stone what it's going to look like, then we can probably address that a little bit better. I mean, if somebody really, really wanted one right now, I mean, I could probably make them one, but I'm going to have to charge them labor. I mean...
Oh, you're going to have to what? Charge them what?
Charge labor.
Labor?
I mean, I work in construction, so, I mean, I get home and I have less than 5 hours of sleep generally before my next shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got a job literally today with working with electrician. So, and that's going to be about the same thing.
well, and you said it takes you about 30 minutes to make one?
Yes.
Okay.
$20 per hour, for a half hour.
It probably won't be something like that. Like, to give it impression, Monday through Saturday is my schedule. I'm going to be working generally around 16 to 17 hours, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours away from my home. So if you do the math of drive time and everything else, I'm looking at like 3 hours of me time.
So you're not going to set up an Etsy stop and start cranking them out then?
No. So it'd be something I'd be doing on Sundays with everything else I'm trying to get done as well. Because I have Starfleet at Large, Starfleet Icons. I have the 1st Brigade muster coming up, the Starfleet Academy Awards presentation, the rebuild of the virtual IC from scratch.
Nice.
That one's also currently being done.
Don't forget that retirement video for that for Mr. Bradbury.
Yep. That one, I called that gentleman today and had spoke with him briefly, and I got an idea of what he actually is looking for. So,
Sweet.
But yeah, which I'm going to have to get a hold. If anyone has been in the organization since literally the first CS tenure, if they could possibly give me a message, I'm going to need a lot of information.
Hi there. I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there.
Steve's caught up. Hey, by the way, Steve, that's running on your hard drive. So it worked. It's running on the hard drive.
I swear to God, this shit did not happen till whoever and I'm going to say, well, no, I can't because this isn't after dark. Whoever FF logged into my computer on TeamView, I'm going to massacre you when I find you.
The thing is, I don't understand how he could do that. Like, you can't access the master boot record directly from the booted OS. It won't let you.
I knew it wasn't my kid because she's too damn stupid to do anything with a computer.
I think it was just. I think honestly, every other time I've had that happen, it's been a Windows update.
Oh,
Windows update fails, and it just destroys.
Buy a Mac.
I've had Mac do it. I've had Macs do it too.
I turned off my Windows update years ago.
The Mac one, when they do it, it's annoying because you have to take it into the Apple Store to fix it because you need to like hook a hardware device up to the hard drive in order to get it to like allow you to do stuff sometimes. But yeah.
Steve, did you see your message about Jeff?
Jeff?
No, I have not.
Oh, he sent you a private message on Facebook?
That's wonderful because the only problem is if I click off this, it loads me out.
He can't load this.
I thought he could on his phone. Sorry.
He's on his phone. That's what that is.
I get. Well, shows what I know.
Let me see.
Okay. Any more questions?
I'm looking through. So, what was the answer on the scholarship question? I don't know if that was addressed.
No,
nobody's been picked yet for the winners.
Chosen. Yeah.
I thought that was going to get picked in June because they had to get it turned in before the IC.
Well, you guys have to remember, disaster after disaster after imploding explosions in SFI, it was overlooked. And of course, if you guys have a complaint, please contact your RCs, file a complaint. I love listening to the bitch messages I get, so it's all awesome.
We
always welcome. I know you do.
Well, at the scholarship,
Nottage, I swear.
Jeff said that they were approved, but they were never announced who the winners were.
Well,
if they may have approved, that's nice to know because me being CS, I didn't know who was approved or who was up for it up until about like 3 days ago.
I will say, just to get people pulled out from under the bus that they're getting thrown under, it is possible they did say something during the virtual IC. The only valid recording I have is missing audio from spots. So that's why I said, when I say I am literally rebuilding it from scratch, I am not kidding. It will not have the zoom. It will literally have every single feature re-added from the master files. Like, I have to get an email out to all the regional coordinators to see if you guys still have your videos that you made.
I do.
So I'll set up a Google Drive to get those from everybody. I'm probably going to have to set up a separate one for brands because
Jerry should have all of them.
Well, I know that Jerry had me send all of my stuff directly to Victor, and I can't get anything back from him. So.
Yeah, well, I sent mine to him.
Okay, I'll get a hold of him too.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm doing well, thank you. I was at the Resolutes meeting. Was that a little over a week ago? And Tom hollers for me. And you know, all of you that are a parent, you know when your kid calls for you that there's something not quite right. And he was like, "Honey," turned out he had picked something on his leg and had a blood blister, and blood was running down his leg. So I came back to the meeting and said, "Gotta go. Tom's done something." And I said, "Why did you pick at that?" He goes, "Well, I didn't know what it was, and I was in bed." I said, "Feel something sore? No touchy." So I had to disinfect it and get the first aid kit out, and just. So I had to leave the meeting early, and I was having such a good time.
Oh, Nurse Kimmy to the rescue! I'm so proud of you.
As a mom.
Hey, Russell, you do know that means we're going to have to go through and put OBS back in and all the stuff.
Yep. Do you have Office 365?
If I don't, I'm going to put a shotgun around through the side of this computer.
No, what I'm saying is, did you have it before?
I think so.
Okay, so it's just going to use whatever login account you use for your Microsoft. That's all web-based. But I was going to say, your recordings for your meetings, did you happen to go through Office at all?
Yeah, we already went over that. No.
Damn. Because that has a cloud you don't know about that you can access. Because they save everything, because it's Microsoft.
Google Drive is the future in the past.
Mary, what do you mean by the awards stuff? You mean the brands awards?
Holy shit! Why is this screen superimposed? Damn!
Superimposed me, man.
It's like zoomed in for like old blind people.
We're gonna have to install the drivers. This is gonna be fun.
Oh my god, Steve, you really borked
Wait, you have that good of a video card to where we're literally gonna have to download a video card driver off a Windows 10 install? That's a first. I don't think I've had to do that like in years and years. Like it at least gets the basics.
With this level of a break, I think you need to go to an after dark and crack some beers to deal with this one, guys.
Right.
Well, it is after 10, Steve's time.
After 11 here.
To answer Mary's question, yes, I have Brand's updated awards video. I actually have his original, and I have, based off of Steve's recording on YouTube that he did, and what I got from Starfleet Marines, I have a complete Starfleet Marine muster. The only thing I'm going to be missing that I cannot find anywhere is the Starfleet data protection policy chat that was done during the same time as during the muster. That's the only thing I cannot get. Yeah, I know, right? So I was going to
kicked out the airlock again.
I was going to get with compliance and actually see about, and the Academy, and see about getting like maybe a replacement segment put in that wouldn't be a Q&A, but just an explanation of it to put in there just for perpetuity. But like I said, I'm having to rebuild stuff from scratch. So
Geek Squad.
Oh yeah, there you go. Get Geek Squad. That'll work.
We already got Russell here. What are you talking about?
Don't do Geek Squad. I'll just warn everybody: don't ever use Geek Squad.
No, they don't know what they're doing.
Actually, they will not hire you if you have if you are a certified computer technician.
Russell,
what?
They won't.
Everything just appeared back to my desktop.
Well, that's different. Your applications aren't there though, right? But everything is there on your desktop?
No, everything. Like the only thing is I can't detect my second screen, so I've got two screens showing me the exact same stuff.
Because we need the video card driver. We'll get that. But no, do you have like OBS? Is it sitting there?
I have OBS stuff. I don't have the program.
Yes. So what it is for some reason, I guess, it overwrote your old install, but you'll have to reinstall the applications, but the data is apparently still there. That's different. We deleted the entire partition table just For anybody who's a technician knows that this shouldn't happen ever, based on what we did.
It's just dancing around my head. I have no idea.
They went into where the Windows was installed and basically deleted the chunk that it was all located within.
Well, a better way to put it is if your hard drive's a book, you need the table of contents in order to find anything. We tore the table of contents out and then rewrote it on the first page of the prologue.
Burn that shit.
Yeah.
Just crack open Red Edit and start deleting stuff. It's fine.
I like the table of contents explanation, Russell. I have to remember that one.
Because that's basically what your data boot, your master boot record is. But we deleted the system partition, the boot partition, and the primary partition, and then installed it to unallocated space.
Yeah, Maria.
Apparently got his data back. That's
Russell. Do you think
remember that episode of D Space Nine where Jake and
Nog
pull all the cards out of the shuttlecraft and try to get to fly? Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So what's that? Do you want to update it? Yes, let it update. It's gonna
So
be a
do
bit.
we magically have all the files still? Because like that shouldn't happen either, right?
No, it shouldn't. It should
I
definitely
literally have every file, every picture, everything still on my desktop.
I've
Put
never
that shit on Google Drive right now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Put it on the Google Drive.
Like,
Or
if you
just-
got it, save it.
Look at this shit. See?
Wow.
I just don't.
You know how I know
Well,
you're.
hurry up and start copying it off.
Well, I've got to go through and find the audio file for Zoom. I don't think they're going to be here because Zoom's not here.
No, wait. So where did it download them to?
It saved it on my hard drive.
In Zoom? Let me look. It's gonna be in that stupid hidden directory, where Windows puts everything and then hides it from you.
This blows on so many
Yeah,
levels.
we don't
I'm
have
just saying.
those on Macs.
But if it has his other data, those are still there. They're just in that folder somewhere. I'll find them.
And as exciting as it is watching you guys do tech support,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. To answer a question that was said, where is it? Where was it? Compliance was dentistry. Yes, Mary, I know who we got for compliance. I think Tony hosted that chat though, was the thing.
So does anybody have any questions for our guests meanwhile while Steve and Russell commiserate?
As they curse the nethers.
I hate computers.
I don't.
What is
You know,
Discovery
I was
coming
almost,
back? That's a better question.
I was almost to the point
October-
that, hey, guess what? I don't have a computer. I'm not going to do no more broadcasts. I was like, damn, I can do it from my
I
phone.
want to know.
Let me look.
October what?
I think it's the first Friday or the third Friday of October, but let me see.
October 15th.
October
15th.
15th?
That's
Okay.
what it is.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. That's important to know.
And I'm looking
Oh, it's going to
forward
be on
the call.
Tuesdays?
Uh-huh.
That's a well, okay.
October 15th? Okay.
I mean, I guess it's better than Fox. Fox would probably have it air at like 11 a.m. on a Wednesday or something.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Talking about Discovery.
Yeah.
October 15th. Well, CBS Direct Access. Until it's
Yeah,
taken
but
away.
no, I was saying like, if it was, Fox, they'd put it on like the worst time slot imaginable because it's a
Play 'em
sci-fi
out.
show.
Well, then you watch what you want.
That's always my favorite part about Fox with sci-fi shows. They play them out of order and then wonder why everybody stops watching them.
Or
Yeah.
out of order
Yeah.
on different nights every 3 weeks.
Right.
Because I think Firefly had like 5 time slots. It only had 12
Well, I got
episodes.
it. I got it on Ion at 9 p.m. my time. So on a
To
on
answer
a Thursday.
question,
Yeah. But you can watch it
Yeah.
after that anytime you want.
the fires are right now are in Sonoma, Napa, about 45 minutes, an hour away. Santa Rosa, San Francisco is basically surrounded on all sides by fires.
that's just terrifying.
Is this the closest they've been, David, or have they been
Yeah.
quieter periods?
Yeah.
How's Alexander Valley? Because I'm from that area. Like,
No,
there's
they've started evacuating all of that area.
There
And
let's just.
they've
Oh,
already
go ahead.
arrested a bunch of people that were looting and going in and all that kind of stuff. The air quality's been not too bad out here by the beach where I'm at in San Francisco, but in other places it's really, really bad.
Yeah, to give it context to people who don't live in California, the last time there was a fire in Sonoma County, like a massive fire that actually threatened the vineyards in Alexander Valley or anything like that, was like in the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, Tiffany asked, for the RCs, what do you have planned for your regions during your tenures? Which RC wants to go first, Ryan or David?
I mean, I can start.
Ryan.
I've been doing. Basically, I ran on kind of the platform of getting people more involved to varying degrees of success. The more exciting the place, the more excited people are to be there. That's why Orlando looks so promising. Thanks, COVID. One of the big things that I did and have continued to work for is to try and get everybody involved communication-wise. That's why I point to these After Darks and these AMAs so often, is just trying to get members of my region involved and, to understand that things exist beyond their ship. They don't necessarily have to be part of it, but understand that it exists. I think that's really important because, ships are meant to be a fun solo type experience where it's just you and your ship members. Then you have the region where everybody's ships are interacting together. And then there's this bigger organization out there. And it's, once people tend to understand that, once I get my members to understand that, they start getting really, really involved. It's just trying to get them snatched, out of their comfort zone of just interacting with their ships at their local Golden Corral. That being said, I've got a few things I am considering, and again, we'll see what COVID brings. I won't bring them up right now because of COVID. We have had our last two summits alongside conventions. Unsure what the future will bring for those, but I'm considering running one more term, and I'm not sure if I will do anything beyond that as far as the region is concerned, besides continue to be CO and be active in the region in that capacity. But we'll get there at some point. My current term ends in December, so we'll see.
He thinks it ends in December.
Ain't nothing you can do to make me run.
I mean, you can't. You can't really force him to be the regional coordinator. That's
Well,
the
take your
captains.
vote, make an RC for life.
David?
I don't think that would.
Well, currently California is still, while we're still trying to reopen, we are having a lot of COVID spikes going on. We just had a Zoom call with the COs, and we want to continue those, and we'll be doing those again real soon. Things are kind of really up in the air as far as the chapters not being really able to get together. Going through all the reports, Region 4 really has always centered around conventions and events, and going to Bakersfield to see the Vasquez Rocks, and going to the Japanese Tea Garden in LA, those kinds of things that are Golden Gate Park here here where Starfleet Command is supposed to be housed eventually. We haven't been able to do those things, so just kind of trying to move slowly. Really don't want to have anybody go through what one of our chapters has gone through with 2 losses due to COVID. We just really have to be super careful about how we gather and get together.
Yeah, members of my region have been lost from COVID as well. So, I understand David's reticence to force it or even just create events that people, willingly or not would attend, and then we have a situation like I don't want that on my conscience, and I frankly just care about my members too much to put them in that situation.
Jess, your VRC, anything you can share with us that your RC's doing?
Well, I think just to echo what we've all been living through with the, and suddenly COVID.
This is really hard. Like, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. As a leader in an organization of sorts, like this is hard. I don't like people come to you asking, "What are we going to do?" It's like, man, I don't know. Sit in your house.
Right. I mean, yeah, Facebook chat. We've trying to do that, and some of the conventions have been going virtual. Just trying to watch some Star Trek, and I have been knitting so I don't stab people, and
So I have
Facebook.
I mean, people just need to really be cognizant of getting together and gathering. you know? And
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, David.
That's all right.
Jess, I've never seen you, and I don't recognize the name. So, what region are you out of?
I'm with Region 6.
Okay, well,
She's
I know who
the
Mike is. 'Cause
VRC.
Mike
I'm the
verbally
VRC out of
assaults me about. Yeah, I know who Mike is. Mike verbally assaults me about the database every time he comes on my streams.
Me? No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Well, and I think one of the things that Region 6 has is that we are also geographically diverse and in some ways really isolated. We have, we're the Great Plains states. We've got, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Nebraska. And I think, thankfully now we have really great resources. We've got Facebook, we've got Zoom. So we have this new way of, we're living in Star Trek land in the future. Hey, we can have these Zoom sessions, but you do miss out a lot on the in-person thing. Yeah, like, are you doing marathons? Yeah, on Netflix, right?
Well,
Disney lets you share. Too.
Yeah, the Disney share thing is pretty cool. One of the big boons I found for my region and just my ship alone, my ship uses a Discord. I know Steve uses it as well. It's like we all pile in there and start talking to each other on there almost every other week. And you can leave a message and you don't have to expect a message right back. You can just kind of leave it and kind of open air question and within a few days get enough response that you know where you're moving. I'm trying to do that with the region as well, but again, to varying degrees of success. I have a ton of very certain ships on my region pages.
We use it. We use it a lot in Region 7. Discord.
I cannot recommend Discord.
It works great.
And just with, how rough the state of the world is right now. I mean, it's something that as a planet we're all going through. We are all surviving this pandemic together. And it's really heavy right now with most people are stuck inside. And, I love my children, but I understand why some species eat their offspring. I get that now. So, trying to find a little bit of stress relief in your fandom and with the shows that you love. I mean, one of the, hey, anybody have anxiety besides me? One of the functions of that is like opening yourself up to a new show. It's kind of stressful and scary. I love watching me some Next Gen and rewatching Deep Space Nine because I like to see my heroes win. So I feel like I'm kind of stretching myself with watching the Lower Decks. It's like, okay, I watched one episode and it was pretty funny, but let's see if I can handle another one,
Yeah.
We've started Voyager over. I've only seen the Voyager all the way through maybe 3 times, so we started it over again. Those early episodes, the Kazon.
Yeah, my wife had never watched DS9, so we've been doing a rewatch a bit, and man, some of those are. I had a a very rose tinted memory of all of DS. And I was like, oh yeah, there's not a bad episode in there.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, and Carol's the only one in uniform.
Yeah, I was gonna do
The only
it.
time I get to wear it.
I was actually gonna be in my my Admiralty uniform, and I got my kid a new bed today, and spent the entire day putting it together and then letting her play with it on it and all that. And then it was bedtime, and then it bled right into this. So whatever. Wearing my my Haise shirt with all the years we've won Ship of the Year in our region, and all the years we've won Ship of the Year for SFI.
Awesome. I'm just glad to have this connection with other humans, you know?
Absolutely.
Like I said earlier, remember people?
Well, I like it because you get to actually
You're the
meet
ones that, the
people.
bodies that we've left behind us when we killed off all of our so-called friends.
Remember in the before time when you could go to a bookstore and have a cup of coffee in a public place? That was awesome.
Yeah, back when I had good knees. Now I just sit around the house all day doing stuff for Starfleet. I've been
But I have to
totally
say,
assimilated.
According to all the budget planners, I have been drinking my own coffee at home since about March, and I'm not racking away the millions like I'm supposed to. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Right. Carol, if it makes you feel any better, that's what most of us are doing. So
Donuts and Starbucks are still open. You can go there.
I
you
went to
don't get to sit down in the place and enjoy it.
My problem.
Well, they are
My
open in
problem.
Jersey, they are.
Yeah,
Limited-
just about the
limited
time
space.
that COVID started showing up around here, my old car died, and it was perfect for me. It was low to the ground. It was a Subaru Legacy wagon. Well, it died, and they can't find parts for it anymore. So I had to buy another Subaru, but unfortunately, it's an SUV, and it takes me a ladder to get into it because I'm so damn short. And so it's and the whole and the front of it, the dashboard looks like a 747. The user's manual is 144 pages long, and it took me 2 weeks to figure out how to turn off my windshield wiper.
That's
Carol, SUV what? Subaru what? What kind of?
It's an Outback.
Oh, Outback. Okay.
It's a
I thought it was a Forester.
2008 Outback, and the seat is up to my waist.
Okay.
You have to be sure that
Forester.
I lower it before I get out so I can get back in again.
The Outback's a small
And
one.
I have to step up a whole foot to get into it.
Good thing you didn't go into Forester. That's bigger.
I don't want to go bigger because I can't do steps.
Okay.
I can't walk really. So I'm in the house a lot. I know I got to drive that sucker every so often to keep the seals moist, but I hate to do it.
Why did you get a sedan instead? Why did you get a Outback? If you had a problem, why did you get a SUV instead of a sedan? Why did you get a Legacy?
Because I could afford it. It was the same people that fix Subarus had this one on consignment, and it was within my price range. I've been retired for 15 years, and I don't have a lot of money, but I was able to pay cash for this one, or like $6,500. And whereas every place else wanted 10 grand for it, well, I don't have 10 grand. So I picked up, and it's beautiful. It must have been kept in the garage. So I had to have another car just in case, So that's how I ended up.
I've got phenomenal gas mileage. I'm on March tank of gas still, so it's pretty great.
Not me.
Yeah, I get gas once a month.
Yeah. Well, I used to do it once every 6 weeks. I fill my old Subaru, my '97. And this one is got a bigger tank, and I think I've only filled it up the day I bought it. So, of course, I'm not driving anywhere either. So
I kind of feel like my cats, I walk outside and it's like, oh, what's that? It's the big blue room. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what's that? What's that light in the sky? That's a mothership.
There is a pretty full moon tonight.
And tomorrow night there'll be a full moon, and supposedly Mars will be available in the horizon. Yes, that's right. My 5th grader's on their astronomy cycle right now.
And we're finding the saltwater ocean underneath Mars. So we're looking at where we came from, you know. I thoroughly believe we used to live on Mars. We screwed that up.
We were the ancestors of the people from Galactica, but Mars works.
Did you hear about Venus with the atmosphere? They discovered what there could be living organisms in the clouds in Venus.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now they're going to, hopefully NASA will send a probe through the clouds in Venus to gather all that up and see what's what.
Life is tenuous. It can evolve to live just about anywhere. And so we can't think, oh, we're the only thing going. I mean, look at Earth is a zoo. You notice, you look in the face of a crustacean and tell me that's not an alien. Come on, you know?
I eat shrimp.
I think it's just human arrogance to think we'd be the only life in the universe. The problem is,
exactly.
The other life forms drive by Earth with their doors locked because it's like, oh no, humans. Oof.
I don't know. We've got quite a lot of aliens.
Bring them to us.
All of our weird species. A lot of them are really alien. It's like, oh my God. We got alien life on Earth, and we might be alien life. So you just got to keep your eyes open, your mind open.
That's right. Everybody's crazy ex.
I got one of those. Everybody knows who James Blish was, right?
Who?
James Blish that wrote the
Fish?
James Blish. He wrote the novelizations of all the original series episodes.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on my computer.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Oh, hail the chief.
Only problem is
you're backing everything up.
Did you turn it off and on again?
the only problem is this thing is running slow and lagging. My God.
That's the way Moodle works. Yes.
David,
it's not Moodle.
You had a long day. You go ahead and.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Hey, this was a lot of fun. I will see you guys around the StreamYard.
Thank you for coming, David.
Later, David.
Good one.
Stay safe.
Bye, David.
Bye-bye. So, any more questions?
There, I typed something in.
Anybody reading any good Star Trek books lately? I loaded up the Khan Noonien Singh trilogy. Thanks, Kindle on my phone.
Yeah, Mike Irvine, thank you. The Star Trek logs. James Blish, he did, and some of them were even better, like the one that where Apollo was there with Lieutenant Carolyn Palamas. In the original script, she got pregnant by him. Of course, they had to censor that out. But you read those novelizations, you get more scoop. Because McCoy was saying he was going to have to put the first nursery on the starship. But the reason I was doing, I've got this ancient science fiction book. This one, I love it. And there's a story by James Blish in here called Surface Tension. And it's about this spaceship crashed on a planet, and it was from Earth, and they weren't going to be able to get back off. So they made a blueprint out of all their DNA for a life to grow on that planet later. But since the planet was mostly water, like 6 inches deep, they had to make them really tiny. So here's these life forms underwater, and they see a light, and they built like these opposite of submarines, land vehicles, so they get them up out of the water, and they had water. It was just really good. I liked it. Sorry. I like some science fiction, but it was just interesting. Yes, Spock must die. I've got that one. Yes, David, it's true. I've got a bunch of those. I haven't bought Trek books in a long time. I think that some of the Titan ones were the last ones I bought. I got a lot of original series.
I think one of my favorite original series books that I read was by B.C. Andrews, Yesterday's Sun and Time for Yesterday.
Yes, got him. Those were great. He sounded cute.
I swore I had that one on my shelf here.
I had it on paperback somewhere, but then I bought it twice. It's on my Kindle now. Just like with my music. Somewhere it's on vinyl.
We had a fire when we were in the apartment before we got the house, and I lost some Trek stuff. And then we had a flood in the basement, and that I lost some things. You ought to see me the ones I could save. I had them out in the sun, drying them and flipping them over. I don't want to lose my Trek stuff. I got to order one of the Starfleet flags like Carol has. Carol, how long have you had that?
Huh?
Your Starfleet flag. How long have you had that?
Probably since just before the last time I was on an AMA. I decided that instead of a shower curtain behind me, I decided to go ahead and order one of these, and I'm glad I did, because then I don't have to be playing with sheets and stuff behind me.
Oh, that's what I have as a shower curtain.
Well, I couldn't find one of those.
Yeah, I got it off Amazon, but then I had this table runner made. But yeah, so that's what the flags look like. Yeah, I want one.
Yeah. See, mine is on one of those. Let me show you. Let's see if I can put that up high enough. I don't know if you can see the top of this, but it's one of those rolling closets. Just a single bar, and because the grommets are on the side, I had to put safety pins in the top of the flag, and then put it on the hanger, the shower hoops that you put in the shower. So it was improvisation. I could mount that sucker.
So is that available on the Quartermaster then, that Starfleet flag?
Yeah, I think it's like $39.
It's $35, and I forget whether or not she charged me shipping or not, but because I live in Alaska, it's a little bit further than where she is. So, but it was worth it.
I sent a package to Owen Swart, the Region 8 RC. It took 6 months to get there. He said it could have got there faster on the back of a team of snails.
Yeah.
But
well, when we send stuff out from here, it has to go by sled dogs. So that usually takes a while. When it comes in, though, it comes in on an airplane. So it comes pretty fast.
I'd like to see Alaska. My father-in-law went on a cruise there.
It's gorgeous.
That's something I never did. A cruise should be a definite. It's beautiful from what I've seen.
Carol, where in Alaska do you live?
I live in Anchorage now. I used to live in the interior, up in Esther, which is in the hills above Fairbanks. I lived there for 40 years. And then because my legs started going, so I couldn't walk my land anymore. I had a couple acres on the hillside. I couldn't walk it anymore, and so I moved here. My daughter got this trailer set up for me, so I moved to Anchorage, and this is where I am.
You have snow yet up there?
Yeah, we got a little bit of dusting here last week. But we don't expect our first snowfall. Well, between the 5th and the 25th of October is the first sticking one. We'll get a little bit, but it's been raining. We're getting a warm off the ocean, warm breezes. So it's not snow yet.
My in-laws, my wife's parents live in Juneau. I've been up there about 12 years now.
Oh, the storms there are awful, especially the wind and the rain. I mean, they're getting 100-mile-an-hour wind down.
Really?
You know, yeah, well, they're right there off the ocean. You know, we're in an inlet here, so
Right.
we don't get it as bad. We sometimes, the hillside gets some really heavy winds, but because I'm down in a little bit further down on a hill, it's not so bad. But yeah, we're getting a lot of windy, rainy days now, and then one of these days we're going to wake up to about a foot of snow.
I miss snow. That is the link to the address for the flag, but the picture doesn't look like the picture that of your flag. So you have the original one, and Steve didn't post
I don't
that.
know. I only got it about 2 months ago, and this is the one that's semi-transparent. When I'm in the kitchen, I can see through it and see the TV and the computer. That's my pass through to the kitchen, and I got all my crap there that everything's in reach, you know, because I can't move around a lot. But it is it's semi-transparent. So, but it's nice flag. I'm glad I bought it. It sure looks better than, like I said, a shower curtain behind me. So it has its uses. And when I get up or sit back, I don't disappear behind a virtual background.
Right.
I do.
Like somebody I know. Like somebody I know over there.
There's a question for Steve.
Pick up, Steve.
He can't see him eventually.
Oh,
no.
Did the bank account get sorted out? I think he meant sorted out.
Sorted out. Yeah, sorted out.
That's a touchy subject. I plead the fifth.
Shorted out? Boy, did it ever.
Mm-hmm.
And sorted out, I think he's.
He
said they're still working on it.
Steve, I assume you've sent me a bunch of messages I haven't gotten because I've been on the phone dealing with family emergency.
No, I'm trying to figure out one screen is perfect, and then my other screen that I'm hooked up to is like everything's superimposed, and I can't get it to go down.
What do you mean superimposed?
Like it's fucking maximized, like zoomed in with like bifocals.
Okay, yeah, the resolution's wrong. So right-click on the desktop that you can see. So right-click.
Hang on. Property. Damn it, man! I'm a cop, not an engineer. Hang on.
You're gonna want to click on.
That means you're smarter. Sorry to any engineers who are hearing, but that means he's smarter, folks. I'm sorry. I've dealt with engineers.
I've done. We had just what you're telling him to do. So I know how to do that.
All right. I right-clicked on the desktop I want changed.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You're going to go to display settings.
I think I know where you're going with this. Okay. And he's frozen. Oh, there he is.
You're gonna... How did that happen?
I couldn't.
No, everybody just.
Yeah, my auxiliary monitor freezes a lot, and it just fucks me all up. I have to reboot.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but.
Steve, do you have it?
Yes,
I'm up. The Reliant command code and force him to
scroll down to display resolution.
Okay, display resolution. What's it supposed to be set at?
Whatever it says recommended, but 1920 by 1080 is my assumption.
So, yeah, make sure up at the top you see a 1 and a 2, right? A big box with 1 and then a big box with 2.
Yes.
Hit identify. The little button below it says identify.
Yeah.
And it's going to put a big 1 and 2 on your screen.
Yep.
Which one is the bad screen? The one's jacked up, 1 or 2?
1.
Okay, select 1. Make sure that 1 is grayed out and not black or whatever.
Okay, so it's blue right now.
Okay, yours is blue, mine's gray. Okay, now go down to where it says resolution. It's under scale and layout.
Okay.
And then you should have one option there. What does it say currently? Like 640 by 480?
1024 by 768.
Yeah, we're gonna change that. So click the to expand the menu. What's the maximum size it shows?
Maximum 2048 by 1152.
That's a weird resolution.
That is a weird one. Does it have one that says recommended? Is it the
Nope.
one that's on?
There ain't got shit. Holy
It's
hell.
not a laptop, right?
No, it's a piece of shit computer that I'm gonna
click the top one. Click the top one, and then hit apply. Or no, actually, it should just change right then when you do it.
I don't know. Oh, homie, I think I fixed it. Please.
Well,
Okay.
that's a sound you don't hear.
Damn it!
every
No,
day.
I did it. Okay, I'm gonna lose my shit. Hang on.
What do you mean? It said it couldn't display it or something.
No, now I cut out my damn taskbar.
That's why. Okay,
I carry a gun and badge. I don't work on computers.
I understand. Yeah, give me a second. What are the other resolutions below that one that are not as big as that one? What do they say?
1280 by 800, 1280 by 960, 1280 by 1024. This is stupid. No, Ryan, kiss my ass, dude. Shut up.
Is it Is it a widescreen or is it a standard like squarish screen?
It's a widescreen.
Go the 1280 by 960.
No, still no taskbar.
How the hell is? Oh no! Go back to the full size one, the full size, and then on the monitor you have a button, like a physical button on the monitor. It should have it'll say auto or something to that effect.
What?
You're gonna have to auto reconfigure it.
Dude, I have hang on. This is menu maybe. I don't have enough. Damn.
Yep. Menu is you can do it from the menu too, depending on the monitor.
This is why you can't shop from Quarks and expect that to deal with the self-healing symbol.
Okay. I'm good. Thank you. I got it.
No, I'm just trying to look like I'm interested, Maria.
So you figured it out or no?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna hit that bottle of scotch before I go to bed, though.
Give me your computer.
See, I understand this, and I've been doing computers since '84. So
I want to say only 84. So you had floppy disks at least then.
yeah,
They
we
were
had
this
floppy
big.
disks, and it was an Atari. We went all the way up the Atari through all the different from Linux to Windows, and all the way up where at my work. So
I remember.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I'm actually out of my heart medicine right now? My blood pressure shit too.
Yes.
Well, it'll
especially
be
your
fixed.
blood
Just
pressure
calm
one
down.
because your blood
You should
pressure
keep a
because
smoke. See.
blood
watch
pressure
the salt.
medications only work when you keep concentration in your blood. So yeah, that's really, really bad.
Define
Well,
bad.
you gotta cut out the
We're all
salt.
gonna die.
Yeah. You
Like
should have
if you
a
go
smoke
off of
before
your
all the
blood
time.
or if you go off your blood pressure meds, you have to go back to the doctor to get them represcribed because they have to change your dosage.
Oh, I don't believe it. He's already pissed about me for that.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many Marine Corps lieutenant colonels and above have blood pressure issues and they forget take their stupid meds and then they come, I need my meds, and it's like, what is it? Coumadin.
Mm-mm.
How long have you been out? About a week. Just like, we gotta go to the doctor now. What, you can't just give me pills? I'm like, no, because I give you too much, you could thin your blood out and you won't have blood. You'll have water instead and you'll die. Or I could not give you enough and then you have a heart attack.
So also, I want to. Am I frozen? I'm frozen again.
I remember that, Linda. Oh, IBM Selectric. I learned to type on a manual.
Onion skin.
Yeah. Onion skin and carbon. Ugh.
So I want to give a shout out to David Worthy. He came up, met with me, had dinner with me this evening. Thank you. It was a great fellowship, and it was good to see a fellow member. So thank you so much for dinner.
What you get to eat?
He took me to Texas Roadhouse. He sucked up to the boss. He's ready for it.
Oh yeah. We got one of those way up here.
We have
They got a nice
Used to go
salad.
weekly there. Love their steak. Oh my God.
So
It's good to be the food admiral.
They give military discounts too.
Russell, you don't have to remote log in to set up my OBS. Before tomorrow.
I'm just going to say this. whatever app was the one that someone was connecting that wasn't me or Greg, we ain't using that. How about that?
I don't give a damn. You can come up here and fix it then.
No, I'm saying we can use something else.
Okay, that's
just not that application. Because that's no bueno.
Goodness gracious.
Let's see. The first computer program I learned was WordStar. Ugh, I hated that.
You know, the first program I used was Oregon Trail.
This was a word processing.
Yeah, here's one for you, Kim. And Carol will appreciate this. So I grew up in a rather like lower middle class family. So when I got a computer, it was generally 10 to 15 years older than what the current level of computing was. So when I got my first computer, my dad brought me this big IBM 5150 with an amber monochrome monitor from like from whatever, Minolta, and a big stack of Popular Computing. And anybody that remembers, they were old. So they were like 1982-ish to like 1986-ish. And this is in like 95. So if you remember, those magazines back in the day had programs in them. They were just written out. You'd have to physically type them.
I didn't do that. I didn't start to 87 on a processing.
Yeah. So my first program was Word Perfect from Popular Computing. It was an article. It was literally 65 pages of programming code, 3 columns on each page. You had to type. It took me like 2 weeks. Yeah. And then I had it, and I had a word processor, and I was able to do homework finally.
See, what we did is that my son was into Atari at the time, and we had those. And I'd read him the code, and he'd type it in. And it was faster that way. So it would still take us hours and hours to get just a basic program into the second generation of Ataris. Wow, I remember
I was
that.
a Kelly girl, and then I had a part-time job at a computer store just so I could get my kids computer stuff. And the only thing I required of them is when they typed to use more than these 2 fingers. So they both were very good typists. Morgan, when she types, it sounds like a Gatling gun. Just
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Lotus 123?
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I had to use that for ROTC because that was the only way you could communicate with the United States Navy in the late 90s. You had to have Lotus 123 because otherwise you couldn't open things.
It's a spreadsheet program.
Yeah. Well, our order, everything in ROTC, when we order uniforms and everything, we had a spreadsheet we had to fill out and then send them the spreadsheet, the actual file. Okay. And if you didn't have it in Lotus 123, they wouldn't accept it. So we wouldn't get our order. Because like one time somebody did it on Excel and sent it, and they're just like, they didn't even send back saying, oh, we're not accepting this. They just didn't.
Yeah.
So we learned, you had to send it with Lotus 123. So we had one computer that had it.
Yeah. Before that was SuperCalc. I don't think anybody remembers that, but I used that first. Who does?
I do. I remember the name.
SuperCalc, yeah. That was before Lotus. And then Excel came, and you don't even hear about Lotus anymore, of course. That's all history.
Tom, he's a certified Microsoft, even though we're house divided. He has everything Apple, and I'm Android, and Microsoft and all that. But he keeps up with it because he has to do both at work.
Yeah, I got an iPhone, but everything in PC-wise is Dell. So
my mother bought an iPhone because she liked how it looked. It felt better in her hand.
It's easier to use than an Android, I think. That's what I was told.
I don't think so, because she'll mess something up. Yeah. And I'll say, you didn't get a phone like I have. You'll have to ask Tom. Well, he's busy. Can't you ask him? That's what I do mostly. There's a lot of command on her dashboard. And she'll say, what does it mean? I said, look in your manual. She goes, well, come do it for me. So.
Yeah. Steve, what do you use, an iPhone or Android?
I'm an Android person. I won't touch an iPhone.
I love my iPhone. I push buttons on it, and food comes to me, and alcohol.
You can do the same thing for an Android, Jess.
Android.
So I just have to yell at the Android child I have in the next room, and she'll bring me food and alcohol.
Say, Apple user, you want to see what the iPhone's going to be like in 5 years?
Look at your.
Look at the current issue Android phone. The only thing I will say this: if you have already spent the ludicrous amount of money, I remember
Ludicrous speed.
the ludicrous amount of money to like have an Apple desktop, get the Apple phone, because trying to get Android to do anything with Apple computers is like pulling teeth.
Sorry, Greg. We were doing customer support for Steve.
This is what I use. I flip top. Beat me up, Scotty.
Nice.
I had that original flip phone that was like having a brick in your pocket. Greg wants
It
to
don't
talk
cost
about
$20.
SFI things.
Well, Greg should have been on an hour and a half ago.
He probably just woke up.
Go to bed, Greg. No,
Wrong.
Greg. Finish members only section, please.
Wait, what's wrong with members only section?
It's a separate website.
Somebody was asking earlier, they were removed a CO of their chapter. Who was that? It was Michael. Trillo. Yeah, it looked like
the Taribos.
So what's going to happen is, if a CO and XO is not compliant, operations is going to move that chapter to standby.
already. It's not the cutoff date, though.
No, I didn't say that, Kim.
Sorry.
Hang on. Let me call you right now so I can cuss you. Hang on, just like you do.
Better not. I don't cuss you. I only flipped you off that one time, and I'm sorry.
Any COs and XOs that don't meet the requirement, their whole chapter will be put on standby by operations, and then we're going to discuss it if we're going to give them any more time. Because after that, they go from standby to dry dock, and from dry dock to decommission. We're not going to jump one and go straight to decommission. There is still steps we will do before we cancel the chapter.
Yeah, like it's as it stands, it's the canceling, the decommissioning of a chapter works in the same manner as a chapter that isn't sending MSRs. It takes the same amount of time.
And Lord knows we've got some of those.
He just said he was removed as the CO, and you didn't know why.
It was more than likely it's a glitch in the database. Just as an example, up until rather recently, Jeremy Karsten was not listed on our roster for Starfleet Marines in the database.
So who wants to have it
somewhere else?
Who wants a database update?
Someone asked about that. David Worthy asked about it.
Of course David did. Why? Because David's a dick. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I love David. He's a good guy. So
are we after dark yet?
We were after dark about 20 minutes ago. So
hell.
Hang on here. I need to move this thing back to my other screen so I know what I'm looking at. Okay, there we go. So long story short is we've got the database. We've got the core. Version 3 is done by TRMN. They've delivered the database to us. Now we are working on the modules to set the database up with how we want it put in there. So right now, SFI has possession of version 3 of Medusa. It's ours. It's done. We've already made our maintenance payment. So it's ours. Now we're just working on getting the modules put up on how we want information to be stored in the database. But as of right now, the database is ours. That's it. We're done.
Where do they come up with these names? I mean, of all the names, they picked Medusa.
Well, we could have called it
acronym.
We could call it the Ryan Case database.
Well,
so you want to make it worse? I'll make a Navy formed acronym.
RCD. Yeah, Ryan Case database.
No. Sorry, Kim. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
the RCD is not for you.
So Medusa's an acronym?
Yes.
Yeah. That's different.
Yeah, it means, give me a moment.
I mean, because like Discord, even though it's a great program, they could have had a better name.
I don't know. Medusa's not that bad.
I don't think Discord is an acronym, is it?
It's the really, really ugly one with the snake head that turns you to stone when you look
But she was done dirty.
Well, yeah, but she still turned you to stone if you looked at her.
And why was she turned like that?
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
Medusa is membership extended database unified support application.
Cool.
Medusa.
Okay.
That was done by an ex-military person named.
Not Navy, because it would have been MEMX Data Un Sub App if it was a Navy
there you
acronym.
go.
If I remember
And then
right,
LeBlanc at the end of it, just for giggles.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I hated. That was the one thing I hated more than anything. It's like, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Compsablant. Where? What?
Keith, my goal is long, depending on how long the membership or how long the modules take. I'm hoping we can start beta testing it in November and then go live in December. That's my goal.
woohoo!
That would be nice. Let's pray everything goes as semi-planned. They never go in like this. They always have some kind of glitch or some kind of tweak when you do this. So
and if you jinx us, I'm coming to Anchorage.
Oh, you're welcome.
So that's what the problem was. We just had it wrong the whole time. The delivery date was a typo. They put 19 instead of 20.
There you go. I have no idea what level of compliance we are at right now, Tiffany, because my computer crashed and that did not get saved. I don't know why.
What do you need? If you need information, I can get that for you.
Yeah, let's say we have the all-knowing, seeing, and oracle of the academy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I keep all the trackers. I've got
no wonder it's
everybody's
not
name
up
and
to date.
date.
That explains a lot.
I update it every night when Jill puts in the she's the director, so she's got to put it in there, and then I put it on the tracker. And as of the 20th, as of the 20th, we had 580 individuals who did their DPP.
That's
now that means
what's the total amount? It should be over 1,000, or I'm having
no. That's how, like, when you look at the database, you see how many entries, not how many people have taken it. So when you're looking at Google Sheets, you're looking at every entry for 101, every entry for 102, and every entry for 201. And that's where they're individual. But on my tracker, I have John Doe, the region number, and the date they took 101 and the date they took 102. And so you get individuals that way. So when you're looking at the tracker, you know how many actual individual people took their DPP. It's
people that refuse to take it, I just want to go.
Another clarification, we've been running into this at brigade level in Region 3. A lot of people were not understanding the fact that you need to take 101 and 102.
Nice.
How many times does it have to be posted?
It is actually one exam. It's just that we only wanted them 25 questions or 25 points, so that you wouldn't sit there and zone out on a 50-point question or 100-point question or exam. So we cut them up into little bites,
Little bites.
Instead of eating the whole cake, you get the slice.
Little bites, says Carol Thompson. Little bites.
Yeah, bites.
But I know a lot of people were saying to me on our end, on the brigade side, that they're like, "Oh, we thought 102 was if you already had it and with your work."
No, that's 201.
I'm like, no. And I was like, that's 201, not 102.
So here's a statement to the Marines, because I've had several Marines tell me that they're not going to do it and that I cannot intervene. You guys do realize I am the head or the organization, right?
Actually, you don't even have to.
The DOT reports to the VCS, and I run the entire show. So if I want to shut down that brigade, or if I shut down that battalion because you're not following through with data like you're supposed to, think again. You can run to Ray all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm the boss. I'm getting tired of the Marines were saying, well, no, you have to go through this and get this approved through Ray. No, I ain't got to do shit. Let's just get gritty. I don't have to do shit.
just as a case in point for those Marines listening, give me a moment.
That
and I
pissed
will
me off earlier too.
post something for you that you need
My
to
computer
hear.
is already down and broken, and I'm on the phone trying to fix it with Russell, and I'm getting Facebook messages from Marines saying, "Well, we ain't gonna take it." I'm like, seriously? I'm just hoping an alien lands on top of my house here and says, "We're here to take your life away from you."
Steve, here's
Please
one
do.
for you. I'm going to relay this message. Greetings, Marines. First, I want to remind all unit commanders that your bi-monthly reports are due no later than October 1st. This is coming Thursday. Please do not make your brigade or battalion commanders chase you down for these. Second, the deadline for completing the data protection courses at the Academy is quickly approaching. Unit OICs and DOICs should send copies of their completed certificates to their brigade OIC upon completion, or as soon as possible if it has not already been done. Upon the arrival of the deadline, we will begin making leadership changes to keep the Corps in compliance with fleet directives. In service, Major General Tom Girton, Commander Force Com, Starfleet Marine Corps. Sorry, if you don't do it, it's even worse for you, because there's no protections in the membership handbook to protect a OIC or DOIC from remaining that position.
Just
the Corps
remember-
says it, it's gone.
Just remember, guys, you elected me. I'm sorry.
And this is something, and this is the thing I'm going to point out. It's not even something Steve looked at. This is something that has been looming over the horizon for the better part of a score of years. Literally, spill 4 years to really get down to it, because Canada's in such.
Well, it's like it's been looming for 4 years, and the commander of Starfleet and VCS before were screaming it. Nobody wanted to listen, and then Steve said, "Hey, while I'm running, I'm letting you know the bomb is dropping my first year, and here we are."
Well, finally somebody said, "Carol, just write the damn."
This is what's funny though. One of the people actually said, I voted for you because I thought you were going to do positive change and make it fun. I should have voted for Denise. I said, why? Denise was going to do the same shit that I'm doing.
What it comes down to, and what people seem to not want to understand, is this. Do you like having your information protected? Do you like being able to know that Starfleet has your email address and your address, and you're not going to be receiving emails asking you to renew your car warranty? You're not going to be receiving letters in the mail for other junk, because Starfleet decided that we needed to make some money, so we sold your information to a marketing firm.
Exactly.
We cannot do that. That is what the Starfleet data protection policy does. It protects you as the member. It does. Yes, it does assist us in a lawsuit. But I'll tell you right now, even with everybody in the organization, whether they have access or not, if every single person tomorrow went and took this test and we received a lawsuit, there's still a good chance it would be bad. All we're trying to do is make sure that people's information is properly used by our membership.
Yeah.
It's for everyone's protection, not just Europe, not just Canada or California. It is literally everybody.
If there's no charge for this, you just log into the database as part of your membership.
But if you guys think this is a big, big upturn, you ain't seen what's left to the end of the year. Just wait. 2020 is still here.
We haven't even had our ACAB meeting yet.
Nope. And I guarantee you there's going to be some heads rolling with that. So you guys, the membership, will definitely love what's going to come to them.
I mean, what do we got left? We got, let's see, Godzilla and Mothra haven't fought yet.
No.
Snakes. I'm holding out for the Super Caldera.
Flying snakes.
There is some shakeup on the horizon, and it will be announced after ECAL.
You're talking about what, renewing courses or something else?
Huh?
You're talking about other things than OTS and OCC?
Not test, but it's something that's going to be announced, yes.
No one likes a tease, Steve.
No. Give me a hint.
Steve has to wear a clown suit when he's on the dunk tank at next year's IC.
As long as I get to shave Ryan's beard.
It'll never happen.
There you go, guys. You got your answer.
Better be careful. Somebody might throw nacho cheese in your beard just to make you do it.
My beard grows very slowly, and my wife won't be near me if I don't have a beard. So,
See, my kids will not be around me if I have one.
I am an irritable bitch when I don't. Yeah.
Well, he's an irritable bitch if he's up late for an AB meeting. So,
man, I'm just sick of the 4 a.m. ones.
So I'm confused, Steve. So if your kids don't want to be near you when you have a beard, why do you shave?
Because my 16-year-old who's in the other room who really doesn't love me half the time, I don't really care. It's my 9-year-old who says, "Daddy, will you please shave because I don't like it." That's the only reason I shave.
It's reason enough.
Yeah,
that's reason. Yeah,
it's reason enough.
The 16-year-old's probably in there like laughing.
She loves you. I love my dad. I didn't like him all the time. The other day he said, "Kim, I really appreciate how much you're taking care of me." And I went, "Yeah, pretty ironic, huh? The one you picked at the most is the one helping you."
Well, you know what? Out of all my kids, I can tell you the only one that will not put me in a home and will actually take care of me will be the 9-year-old.
Greg makes a good point there. 2 full moons this month, full-on double werewolf. So
yeah, just
Steve, she's not a teenager yet, so
No, no. That kid loves me more than my teenager does. But yes, there's some more changes that's coming. It's not more tests, thank God, unless California and Colorado launches their GDPR test, and we'll have to look at that.
I think we already looked. I think compliance and the academy already looked into like their preliminaries.
Is it on your schedule, or is this a surprise for me too, Steve?
Well, I would love to get in to actually see it, but I don't even have access to that right now.
No one likes a tease.
Wait, why didn't you have access to that?
Because, dude, I don't know. It's somewhere. I could probably find it if I get on my laptop. But it should. It should be on the agenda. If you go down and look at it, it should say. It should be like the third of. It should be like the second from the bottom. I think second or third from the bottom, unless.
Is it ECAB agenda?
Yeah, unless Karsten got in there and changed shit.
Oh, it's a Google Drive thing. You said Karsten, so I know exactly where it is somewhere. And that man has more Google Drives than like Trump has buildings. Like, and it's like a labyrinth when you go onto his drives sometimes.
Did you find it?
I'm not finding your agenda at all. One moment.
I knew it. Steve has an agenda. It's it. It's out now.
Yeah, I have an agenda to keep this organization from imploding because people don't want to take a stupid test to keep us compliant.
The ECAB report 2020, is that it?
Yeah.
That's all. I think this is all IG stuff.
Yeah, that's just the IG stuff. No, it should say it in the.
Is it in the Google Drive? You said.
Yeah, it should be in the Admiralty Google Drive, and it should say ECAB agenda or ECAB something.
All right, 1 second.
Oh yeah, you might have to get re-invited to most of those. Actually,
you know what? I don't really care. No,
because it's the cookies. You won't have the cookies in your browser for it. So
I miss cookies.
Steve, you need cookies.
I'm too fat for cookies. Hello, Natalie. Would you like to come say hi? We're asking about you.
Here
comes the Satan.
I don't think we did. Did anybody?
All right, you said it's like the next to last thing?
Hello.
Yes, it should be.
What's your daughter on? Let's talk to her. She got anything to say?
No, she has nothing good to say. Trust me.
She's just like, goodbye.
You talking about the cost stuff?
What?
What now?
The cost stuff?
I should deal with membership.
Yes, the cost stuff.
Yeah.
That's not news. Sorry, as a member of the AB, that is the oldest news on the books.
Again, teasing.
We'll learn soon enough.
Kimberly, just because you have a 4th star now does not actually mean you actually get to see the top security stuff.
I know, but you were talking about it.
The tease for you, Kim, is this organization costs money to run.
I know, but I was laughing. In my younger years, in high school, many years ago, many years ago, before you all were born.
When did you graduate high school, Kim?
81.
You what, lady?
Yep.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, see, I could be most all y'all's mother, but
You'd
that's
be
okay.
my grandmother.
My mom graduated in '82, so yeah.
Oh, no. But I'm just saying, if a guy got mad at you, he'd call you a tease. It's sort of, I don't know if people still say that now, calling somebody a tease.
No, it's not tease. Tease is a much nicer word than is what is used today.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, guys could be teases too.
What are we talking about, Kim? This is not after dark. My God.
No, I'm talking about like you were. I was making a joke. You all make jokes all the time. And here I try to make some a little bit.
You need to go climb in bed with your husband because it's getting too after dark, okay?
Nah, he's asleep. I told him I had. He said, "What are you getting all fixed up for?" And I said, "I also have to do the Ask Me Anything, and I might have to be on screen because I like plaster and stuff in."
I mean, you see what I look like? I don't give a damn.
I would say you should always be prepared to be on stream as a producer.
Right.
Hey, Russell, are we going to be doing a live stream from IC 2021?
We'll be doing, as far as I know, what I have planned, we're going to be doing a number. Once we get closer, I'm going to be getting with the IC committee for it to determine with them which segments they actually want to have live streamed. So it's like all of it. I'd like to actually go do something at IC other than sit there with a camera.
That's why you have a computer and a camera, and you just point, clicking. There you go.
Oh, no. I already got it ordered. I ordered it before I lost my last job. I got one of those cool, you can actually hold the camera in any angle and move it around, and it's on a gimbal. So it keeps it completely steady the entire time. So no, I'm going to be walking around IC with a wireless camcorder that's basically linked to a computer that's going to be sending video.
Right, that's right. High school.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I was going to suggest you got those interviews tomorrow.
Good night, Jess. Thank you.
Good night.
Person. Yeah, I know. I got to go wash off the war paint and then sleep fast and get up so I can do it all.
Good luck. Good luck tomorrow.
You got it.
I feel like the pigeons in Finding Nemo. Instead of mine, I'm going job.
That's how I felt yesterday.
Law enforcement's always hiring if you're looking for a career change.
No, I worked real hard.
I hear they need some folks in Oregon.
In TechCom, so I'm gonna roll with that. But thanks for thinking of me.
No problem. So, Ryan, you mentioned about that. I got a friend of mine that's a Kentucky State Trooper, and he was talking about Oregon and stuff like this. And he was a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps. He's like, Steve, I went in and asked my lieutenant if I can be reassigned temporarily to Oregon. I said, why is that? He said, because I guarantee you, once you see the United States Marine Corps paratrooping from the damn sky, I bet you all this shit stops instantaneously. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, I would laugh. I'd sit out there with popcorn and drinking shots of whiskey just to see the U.S. Marines come in and clean house. Not the Starfleet Marines.
Yeah, they can't.
Perfectly clear.
If you've seen
stand down.
If you've seen some of our Starfleet Marines, I kind of wonder, like, what the fuck? Just kidding.
Well, they were probably
we are a well-fed.
Yes,
we are a well-fed lot.
That's true.
I'm just so happy the salt and peppers are gone. That's all I'm happy
for now. Dun, dun.
No, don't let those ever come back.
There's a picture of me somewhere in one.
What, salt and pepper?
There was nothing better than the most recent Region 2 summit and Steve being like, the salt and peppers are going away. And my 6 Marines in salt and peppers are like, oh, what the fuck?
They lost their shit on me. I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. Calm down. Let me explain.
Yeah, they're like standing there. They move as a unit together from the Kai Tom. They were pissed.
Pissed.
As far as I know, I had the only Marine skirt to go with the black jacket.
God, right. I remember that day too. I told Antonio, I said, man, I said, I might have needed some backup. He's like, I ain't fucking with him. You're on your own. I'm like, damn.
They hadn't learned them things until that very meeting too. Like they couldn't have picked a more perfect time to show up in them.
Oh, I know. And I was like, I don't want to say it, but I need to make the announcement. I was like, damn it. And the short woman who's got like the ribbons that looks like General Shorts cloth
Right.
to go all the way past. I thought she was going to run at me and like beat me. Oh
yeah,
my God.
That's Ray. Yeah, she was ready to whoop your ass. I'm not kidding.
I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. We kind of have to. Oh,
they got it figured out, and then they understood. I think they knew. You know, they knew where you were coming from.
Oh my God.
I mean, they hadn't been stopped. I know that happened years ago when I was in the organization the first time. Like somebody was walking around in salt and peppers, and this is back when they still had some NATO ribbons floating around in the fruit salad, and somebody got stopped.
What a tease.
Nice.
But yeah, somebody got
Long
stopped
time
by
ago.
stolen valor advocates and like berated because of it.
Jeez.
That was like 2003 or 2004.
What are they replacing the salt and peppers with? Is there another uniform?
Yeah, they've got the Marine Corps dress uniform, which is the all black, kind of like waiter's jacket style, and they're going to operation. Huh?
You mean black BDUs?
No, sir.
At the insurrection.
Who's no? Who's got a picture of the new Russell? I know you do. Pull up a picture, please, and
I
show
don't even
me.
need the picture of it. I'll just show you it.
I had the first female insurrection Marine outfit, and I made a skirt to go with it, and it's long gone.
So that's going to be the Marine Corps standard thing. I had no hand in doing that, guys. Don't get pissed at me. It's way below my pay grade. But they have a Marine Corps dress uniform that is a waiter's jacket that's black with gold buttons, and then the black pants with red blood stripe. Those are the two uniforms, of course, and then the BDU still.
So another way to put it too is this: there's the guidelines for the uniforms of Starfleet Marine Corps. Those are the prescribed uniforms by that portion of the organization. If you still wanted to wear your salt and peppers, it is frowned upon. You should not do it. Okay, Steve, you cannot prescribe what somebody can or cannot wear. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. I'm being told I'm like running this organization into the ground, so I guess I can start doing that too. You can't wear that now. Shame on you. Go to your room.
Not at the IC, but at a regional level, probably you can.
Yeah,
I mean, it just comes down to like
the thing is, the issue is kind of that stolen valor, type situation. If you want to continue to risk that, feel free to wear them, but you are wearing them at your own risk and at the organization's risk.
Yeah. So basically,
please don't do it.
Yeah. If we get a call from the DoD because the uniforms, I'm gonna flip out because it's a lawsuit. We're not gonna go through a lawsuit. It's too close to the U.S. Army's uniform.
Click the link below.
Yeah, just do away with it and done.
So there's multiple Class A uniforms, like there always has been. There's like the Insurrection Grays. There's the new ones that they added for Picard. Effectively, you could say that the Picard is replacing the Salt and Pepper because the original idea behind the Salt and Pepper was something that's easily available to.
And they didn't look like Star Trek nerds, they thought.
Well, no. They just look like they came out of a Salvation Army store, like, I'm a Marine now, let's go.
They came out of a surplus store.
Once you put that comm badge on, you're a Star Trek nerd. And Donnie, I had a stick too. And Jeff, I had the dress skirt, not with salt and peppers. I didn't like the salt and pepper.
Guys, I'm going to have to call it a night because I've got to be up in exactly 5 hours and 27 minutes for my next duty shift.
Nice.
So... sorry I wasn't able to get here earlier. It's Russell's fault. My computer crashed.
What?
I blame user error.
No, I blame whoever tried to get into my computer.
I'm pretty sure it's a Windows update because I know they just had a score of them because my computer decided yesterday evening to say, hey, I got to reboot 12 times. So
Right.
Doing something.
Just remember, we need to get that OBS done before tomorrow night's live broadcast at 10.
You just want to stay on for a moment?
Yeah, how are you going to remote log in?
I'll get that set up. I'll figure it out.
All right.
Because I ain't doing
Nice to see everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me. It's been a while since I was on, so
Thank you
all
everybody
for
coming
coming.
on. It was a pleasure to have. What is this? Hang on.
What is what?
Okay, I was looking at mine. Thank you, Carol, for coming on. Ryan, it's always fun to have you come on. Usually, you and Jeremy make it even more interesting. Michael, it's about time we got you on here because you always berate me about the database. So it's glad to actually put a face to the name, sir.
So now you recognize me when you see me in person.
That's why Steve bricked his computer because he was trying to just miss this meeting. Mike, don't let him lie to you.
Everybody, thank you all for coming on, and I hope everybody have a blessed night.
Thank you.
Bye.